two things, really. It's
Okay.
It's Netflix for wrestling.
Yes, it's an on-demand streaming
all
service.
All their old pay-per-views, lots of old episodes, just, the library that they have, And it's kind of like, half the reason I've ever wanted to work at WWE is just, like, walk through that archive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so here it is, and I don't know if there's all of it, and there's, they say a lot of unedited, uncensored stuff. There's that Netflix for Raw kind of thing, and then there's a streaming service for their pay-per-views, special shows, like NXT, Superstars, and everything that's not Raw and SmackDown, basically.
They will have a 24/7 schedule.
Right.
Daily schedule, and, you can, I'm assuming that's where they'll premiere all their new stuff. Then once it premieres, you can go back and watch whatever you missed.
All the episodes will be there for you.
The big thing is the streaming of the pay-per-views, in my eyes, especially considering that it's going to be only a monthly fee of $9.99.
Exactly.
That's $9.99, I should say.
Yes. Well, they even did like the mathing on there. They were like, if you bought all the pay-per-views, you would spend $675 a year, whereas now you'll be spending $120 a year. Yeah. I was like, yeah, we know that. That's why streaming your pay-per-views is such a rampant problem for you guys. Yeah. So, it's like they were just now realizing that
literally
giant money thing.
Almost literally a sixth of the cost.
Exactly.
I first of all, I think that's a brilliant idea for them for a variety of reasons. One of which is, whenever you buy something on pay-per-view, the money gets split up. Even, but the money through this $9.99, service for the network, it goes straight to WWE. So that's, profitable for them, and they don't have to share it. Right. And also,
so we don't know how.
That's a big drop.
Honestly, they are not taking a $40 cut per pay-per-view.
No. Maybe a $20, $30 per cut. But with this price drop, you get access to a lot more people.
Right.
So there's a lot more people willing to purchase that rather than, 40, 50 monthly pay-per-view.
Right, exactly.
And I think that, in turn, will also strike a big blow to people, illegally streaming the pay-per-views.
Oh, I think so too.
Because again, it's $10. Like, most people are already paying that for Netflix or Hulu Plus. I'm not sure exactly how much Hulu Plus is, but I'm assuming it's in the same area.
I mean, that was a big thing. Is kind of before this came out. I didn't want to make a declarative statement like, if this is $15 or less, I will buy it. Right. Because I didn't know about content, didn't know about anything, But, yeah, this is kind of towards the low end of what I was thinking it might be.
Yeah, I was not expecting the price to be this low per month. Yeah. Because WrestleMania will be the first pay-per-view that will be streaming on WWE Network. Right. Which is fitting. But it's it's going to have a lot of traffic that night. Right. So they're launching it February 24th, which gives them a good 2 months.
Right. Well, no, about just over a month. Just over all of March, right. And then the tail end of February and the tail beginning of April. Right. But that that pre-Raw show and pre and post SmackDown show have to be crystal golden in time. If I'm seeing jumps and poor stuff, poor quality on that. Yeah. And, and knowing how many people I'm fighting for content when that compared to WrestleMania. Right, and I'm assuming they're going to be pretty good about that because, we dog on WWE app for so many things, but when they go switch over to the live streaming stuff, it works very well. I've very rarely, my internet is pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I've ever run into a streaming or buffering issue with the app. So, in a way, they have been kind of testing this out. Testing the waters. Yeah. I mean, the main reason is pay-per-view. I think that's no question. Okay. And then to be able to peruse the library content. And then, honestly, on the ladder, I think the shows are the third most exciting thing that they have to offer. Mm-hmm. At least for me personally. So, I can only get so grumpy and so angry. Oh, yeah. About what they might be. But, and this is also, very initial, fresh out of the gate reactions. They still said, at the end of the show, there'll be some time for questions for anybody writing a press release or a news story about this.
So I'm pretty sure some more details will come out.
Will start leaking out between now and the next 47 days, I think that clock said.
And again, if you haven't watched the press conference or whatever, it will be available on pretty much all mobile devices. Xbox 360. Mm-hmm. They did not mention Xbox One.
They did not mention Xbox One. Other sources have said that there's some contract problem, blah, blah, blah. It will be available on Xbox One eventually, probably closer to the end of the summer.
Right.
That's, okay.
But for us people that don't have to worry about that, it's also available on PS3 and PS4.
Right. I mean, it's kind of an interesting thing how much Xbox One really pushed itself as a all-purpose multimedia entertainment thing in addition to the video games it plays thing. But that's on the whole video game nerd rant rather than a wrestling nerd rant.
Right. You'd think they would jump in, head first with the stuff.
Right.
The question. February 24th, 11:05 Eastern Time. Mm-hmm. Are you on it? Are you buying a subscription?
Oh, yeah, no, I'll buy a subscription.
Okay, me too.
I mean, not even as I feel it's kind of an obligation to this podcast to have that. No.
But as a wrestling fan.
As a wrestling fan, I would buy a subscription.
Right.